What's up guys, it's your name, and welcome back to the channel for a video that's absolutely insane. Today, we're diving into the world of Guinness World Records. But not just any records. We're talking about the most dangerous ones ever attempted. We're talking about feats so wild, so unbelievably risky, that Guinness had to retire them. That's right, these records are so extreme, they've been retired for good. We're talking about people pushing the limits of human endurance, risking it all for a place in history. So, buckle up, because we're about to take you on a wild ride through some of the most death-defying, jaw-dropping records that will leave you saying, "What? Let's do it!" Alright guys, first up we're talking about surviving a fall from a plane, without a parachute. I know, right? Sounds insane. But that's exactly what happened to Vesna Vulovic, a flight attendant who survived a 33,000-foot fall when her plane exploded in midair. Imagine being in a plane, thousands of feet in the air, when suddenly, everything goes wrong. That's what Vesna experienced. One moment, she was serving passengers, and the next, she was caught in a nightmare scenario. She was trapped in the wreckage as it plummeted to the earth. The sheer terror of that moment is unimaginable. The plane broke apart, and she was still inside, hurtling towards the ground at an incredible speed. It's a miracle she even survived the explosion, but to then fall that distance? It's unfathomable. The forces at play during such a fall are beyond comprehension. The human body is not designed to withstand such trauma. She landed in a snowy forest in Czechoslovakia, and somehow, she lived to tell the tale. The snow likely cushioned her fall, absorbing some of the impact. It's one of those rare instances where everything aligned just right for her survival. Can you believe that? This is like winning the lottery of life, except the lottery is surviving a catastrophic plane crash. The odds of surviving such an event are astronomically low, yet Vesna beat those odds. I mean, we're talking about a fall that would make even the bravest skydiver think twice. Skydivers are trained for high-altitude jumps, but they have parachutes and safety measures. Vesna had none of that. The force of impact, the lack of oxygen, the freezing temperatures, it's a recipe for disaster. At that altitude, the air is thin, and temperatures can drop to extreme lows, making survival even more unlikely. But Vesna defied all odds. Her survival is not just a stroke of luck, but also a testament to human resilience and the will to live. She endured unimaginable pain and fear, but came out alive. She suffered serious injuries, of course, but she made a remarkable recovery. Her injuries were severe, including a fractured skull, broken legs, and temporary paralysis. But she fought through it all. Her story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, but it's also a stark reminder of just how dangerous these records can be. It's a story of hope, survival, and the incredible strength of the human body and mind. Next up, we're talking about the Iceman, Wim Hof. Known for his extraordinary feats, Wim Hof has become a legend in the world of extreme endurance. His ability to withstand freezing temperatures has baffled scientists and inspired millions around the globe. This guy is known for his incredible ability to withstand extreme cold, a skill he attributes to his unique breathing techniques and mental focus. Wim Hof has developed a method that allows him to control his body's response to cold, which he calls the Wim Hof method. One of his most insane records involves being submerged in ice. Imagine being encased in ice with temperatures plummeting around you, and still maintaining your composure. It's a feat that seems almost superhuman. We're not talking about a quick dip in a cold lake, people. This isn't your average polar plunge. This is a prolonged, intense exposure to freezing temperatures that would send most people into shock. We're talking about being surrounded by ice, your body temperature plummeting, for an extended period of time. The physical and mental fortitude required to endure such conditions is beyond what most of us can imagine. Wim Hof submerged himself in ice for almost 2 hours. That's 120 minutes of sheer willpower and resilience. His body temperature dropped, but he managed to keep his core warm enough to avoid hypothermia. Now, I love a good ice bath challenge as much as the next guy, but this is on a whole other level. Most of us can barely handle a few minutes in an ice bath, let alone hours. The risk of hypothermia is very real. When your body temperature drops too low, it can lead to serious health issues. Your heart, nervous system, and other organs can't function normally. Your body temperature starts to drop, your organs start to shut down. It's a slippery slope to death, and then there's frostbite. Frostbite can occur in minutes, causing permanent damage to your skin and tissues. Prolonged exposure to freezing temperatures can cause serious damage to your skin and tissues. Frostbite is not just painful, it can lead to the loss of fingers, toes, and even limbs. We've all seen those pictures of frostbitten fingers and toes. It's not pretty. The damage can be severe and often irreversible. But Wim Hof, he's built different. Through years of training, he has conditioned his body to withstand these extreme conditions. His breathing exercises and mental techniques are key to his success. He's trained his body and mind to withstand these extreme conditions. His method involves a combination of breathing exercises, cold exposure, and meditation, which he believes can help anyone achieve similar feats. He's a freak of nature, in the best way possible. His ability to remain calm and focused in such harsh environments is truly remarkable. But even for him, this record was incredibly dangerous. The human body is not designed to endure such extreme conditions for long periods. He was pushing the limits of what the human body can endure. Every second in that ice bath was a test of his physical and mental limits. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and it could have been a very different story. The margin for error was razor thin. That's why this record is retired. It's just too risky for anyone else to attempt. The dangers are too great, and the consequences of failure are too severe. Despite the risks, Wim Hof continues to inspire people to push their limits and explore the potential of the human body. His methods have gained a following worldwide, with many people reporting improved health and well-being. Whether you're looking to improve your physical endurance, mental resilience, or overall health, the Wim Hof method offers a unique approach to achieving your goals. Just remember, always practice safely and know your limits. Chapter 3. Motorcycles, bed of nails, what could go wrong? Alright guys, this next record is just nuts. We're diving into a world where danger is the name of the game and the stakes couldn't be higher. We're talking about a bed of nails, multiple motorcycles, and a scenario that seems like it was pulled straight out of a daredevil's wildest dream. And at the center of it all, one very brave or crazy individual who is willing to risk it all for the sake of a record. The record? Most motorcycles driven over the body while lying on a bed of nails? Yes, you heard that right. It's as insane as it sounds. I mean, come on. A bed of nails alone is enough to make you cringe, but then you add motorcycles into the mix. It's a whole new level of madness. The roar of the engines, the tension in the air, it's palpable. You can almost feel the anxiety of the crowd as they watch in anticipation. It's a recipe for disaster. The weight of those bikes, the potential for the nails to shift. It's just terrifying. The coordination required is immense. Each rider must be in perfect sync. Any deviation could spell disaster. The potential for the nails to shift under the immense pressure is a constant threat. It's a delicate balance that could go wrong at any moment. And let's not forget about the person lying on the bed of nails. They're literally putting their lives in the hands of the drivers. One wrong move, one slip of the clutch, and it could be fatal. The concentration required from the drivers is immense. Every second counts. One slip of the clutch, one moment of hesitation, and it could all end in tragedy. The margin for error is razor thin. The potential for disaster is ever present. The pressure from the motorcycles, even distributed over the bed of nails, would be immense. We're talking broken bones, internal injuries, the works. The medical risks are significant. Broken bones, internal injuries, and the potential for long-term damage are all very real possibilities. It's a miracle that anyone has ever attempted this record and lived to tell the tale. The sheer bravery or madness required is beyond comprehension. And that's exactly why Guinness retired it. It's just too dangerous. The potential for something to go catastrophically wrong is just too high. The risk assessment was clear. The potential for catastrophe was simply too great to ignore. It's a record that should be left in the history books, a testament to human stupidity. I mean bravery. A celebration of those who dared to push the limits even when it seemed impossible. A true testament to the human spirit. Chapter 4. On fire. And then a horse drags you. Okay guys, buckle up for this one because it's about to get intense. We're talking about fire, a horse, and a stuntman who's either incredibly brave or completely lost his mind. The record? Longest distance pulled by a horse while on fire, I know, right? Just reading that title makes me sweat. The thought of being set on fire is terrifying enough, but then, to be dragged by a horse on top of that, it's next level insane. The potential for burns is just off the charts. We're talking third-degree burns, skin grafts, the whole 9 yards. And that's assuming the horse doesn't freak out and trample you in the process. The pain alone would be excruciating. I can't even imagine the adrenaline rush, the fear, the sheer agony of that experience. It's a testament to the human capacity for endurance, but it's also a stark reminder of the fragility of life. This record is so dangerous, so incredibly risky that it's no wonder Guinness retired it. It's a record that should only be attempted by highly trained professionals, and even then, it's a gamble. Chapter 5, Monster Truck Madness crushing cars like they're nothing. Alright guys, last but not least, we're talking about monster trucks, cars, and a whole lot of destruction. This record involves crushing as many cars as possible in a single jump with a monster truck. Now, I love a good monster truck rally as much as the next guy, but this record takes things to a whole other level. The force of impact, the flying debris, the potential for the monster truck to lose control. It's a recipe for disaster. We're talking about thousands of pounds of metal colliding at high speed. The energy released in that kind of impact is incredible. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and it could be fatal for the driver or someone in the crowd. And let's not forget about the environmental impact. Crushing that many cars is not exactly eco-friendly. We need to be mindful of our planet, people. So, yeah, this record is definitely one that should stay retired. It's too dangerous, too destructive, and frankly a little bit irresponsible. Let's leave the car crushing to the professionals in controlled environments, shall we? Outro, which record shocked you the most? And there you have it guys, the 5 most dangerous Guinness World Records that no one will ever attempt again. We've seen people fall from planes, submerge themselves in ice, get dragged by horses while on fire. It's been a wild ride. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let us know in the comments which record you found the most shocking. Was it the 33,000-foot fall, the ice submersion, or something else entirely? Until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and don't try any of this at home. Peace.